Okay, the time is 4 o'clock. I will call the Plan Commission meeting to order in person and via Zoom, Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Highfield,
Here.
Commissioner Kesenick. Here. Commissioner Shull, do not see you. Commissioner Huff. Here. Council Representative Schultz.
Here.
Manager Houseman.
Here. Okay, next item on the agenda, new business. And Shannon, when when you want to speak, just make sure that's green. Okay. New business, 3A, review and possible action relating to the minutes of the February 11th, 2025 Plan Commission meeting.
Move to approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
Okay, there is a motion and a second on the floor. Any questions, comments, concerns by members of the Plan Commission? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you. I see that Commissioner Shull has, thank you. Item 3B is review and possible action relating to a site plan review for signage at Fort Community Credit Union, 800 Madison Avenue. This is site plan review 2025-02. Mr. Drager, would you please present the staff report?
Yes. Yes, so we're well aware of Fort Community Credit Union. This is at their main office. Currently, they have a pylon sign that is at the corner of Roosevelt and Madison Avenue. They're proposing to remove that pylon sign and replace it with a new monument sign with an electric message board or message center, however you want to look at it. After reviewing this with the first initial proposal, they had to reduce the electric message board size to 50% or less of the total sign square footage as our ordinance mandates. One thing that we do not know with this proposal is the proposed light changes that will be going with the electric message board. So part of the recommendation would be to require that. However, that is something we look at on a yearly basis for all electric message boards to determine whether or not they're maintaining those lighting changes, which is every 10 seconds, and they can't be scrolling and the brightness. And we do require a photometric plan as well to keep light on the property and not to be obstructing view and causing hazards for either traffic or residential properties, which they have provided that photometric plan. I'm open for any questions, but it's pretty straightforward. Staff did put in the memo here that there are additional signage on the property. One other pylon sign that's getting a face replacement. That does not require approval, but as a scope of the entire project and proposal, best to put it in the memo, along with some other directional signage that's on the property, which are also only getting face changes and some lighting bulb changes on the inside. But the only new sign would be this monument sign with the electric message board. I should also point out that it will be moved further to the east from where the existing pylon sign is to stay out of that vision triangle so that there's no view obstruction for traffic. And I will welcome any questions, but staff does recommend approval with the request that a plan show the light changes and that no scrolling of the signage be allowed.
I do have a question, and you might have answered it. So that four-way right there is pretty busy, and there's a lot of turns and stuff going on.
Correct.
Is it going to be pushed back a little bit so it doesn't? Because I've almost seen so many accidents right there without even, with just the pylons.
Right. Yeah. So in our ordinance, depending on the type of street it is, it's either 15 feet or 20 feet of the direction of travel for both streets is where the vision triangle is. This particular street, being Madison Avenue, is 20 feet. So it's 20 feet north on Roosevelt, 20 feet to the east on Madison Avenue, and then you connect that into a triangle, and they have to stay outside of that.
Okay, thank you.
And then it is also be the 15 feet back from the curb as required by ordinance as well.
Okay.
They are meeting all those requirements. Yep.
Good deal. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Jed, there are two pictures, so to speak, in the packet.
Yes.
The one on page 26 has the monument sign set back from that landscaping on the corner, and there's I can get the page number of the other one.
Yes, there's one with it in the landscaping.
Yes.
Yep, that was the initial proposal.
Okay.
Prior to reviewing the vision triangle aspect of it,
Mm.
which is where they provided the position on the other one. But I thought the one with it in the landscaping better depicted what the actual sign will look like.
Sure.
So that's why it was left in there.
Yep.
Yep, that's fair. Yep.
I will say that I appreciate their efforts in matching the materials of the building along the bottom there with that red brick on the bottom of the sign. And I think I also want to note that Fort Atkinson has a lot of different electronic message signs. And I will just note that some of them were developed under a different sign code than we currently have. So I just want to note that the current sign code that we have had since 2020, when the current zoning court ordinance was adopted, has that 10-second 10-second I don't want to say delay, but you can't change the message more than every 10 seconds. And then the no scrolling and flashing and those items. So,
Correct. Yeah.
Um,
So any of those prior to that would fall under the rules of the ordinance prior to that, which I believe was 5 seconds.
okay. Any other questions for staff from the Plan Commission on this item?
I would recommend that the Plan Commission approve the sign package at, is it 800
Yes.
Addison Avenue? With the staff recommendations included.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on the floor to approve the sign package as recommended by staff with on page 10 of the staff report. Any final questions or comments from the Plan Commission on that? Okay, hearing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Next item on the agenda is update on previous Plan Commission items. Are there any questions on previously approved Plan Commission items? I will just note that I think we've got a couple folks from our Ridgeview Estates Development Team on the Plan Commission meeting. We will have the specific implementation plans for the planned unit developments for those. Those are scheduled to be on the next Plan Commission agenda on March 11th. So I just wanted to note that. Any questions for staff about previous Plan Commission items? Right now. Okay, seeing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. I'll
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned at 4:08 PM. Thank you.